Hello there and welcome to another Dula Yachts Coffee Break. My name is Ben Geary and I am the Fleet Statutory Manager here at Dula. Today I'm joined by Max Taylor-Nobbs, who is one of our graduates from the cadetship program we run. Today's coffee break is going to be slightly different because today what we want to do is talk to you about the cadetship program. Talk to people that want to understand how to get into the cadetship program, what needs to be, and Max is the perfect person to go through some of those questions. So I suppose my first question for you today, Max, is what made you want to join the maritime industry?
If I'm honest, it probably stemmed off when I was about 16 years old, trying to think what I wanted to do. I've always been someone that's been involved in water sports, so been on the sea for most of my life. And I think I must have seen an advert for a cadetship scheme on social media maybe, and it just kind of grasped my attention, thinking this career looks great, the ability to travel the world and get involved in something that is really progressive and I will learn to love, hopefully.
Okay, cool. I think what we should do, the Dula Yachts cadetship program allows us to help enrol people in the Warsash Maritime Academy. Now we work alongside the Trinity House Maritime Charity that basically puts a program together to support and structure the opportunities for young people at the beginning of their careers. It's something that Dula are very proud of. Richie went back a couple of years when we first started this in 2017, as there's a big area of concern that it was very difficult for people to get into this industry. So Dula, through the contacts that we have put together working with Trinity to set up this program. So I suppose my first question as well in around that is, how did you get to find out about the cadetship? How did you even start your cadetship program?
So yeah, like you were saying with Trinity House, having the experience on a variety of vessels was what attracted me in the first place. And then as my cadetship progressed initially, understanding the possibility with joining the team as part of Dula, really gave me the draw to join or be involved in the elusive side of the yachting industry. And I thought that would be a great step in the door to try and get in the career in that side of things. Okay,
now a lot of people watching this won't even know how long the cadetship program is or what it actually involves. So do you want to just give a bit of advice, how long it is and the amount of time you actually spend at sea in that process?
Yeah, so it's a 3-year cadetship course. Split into 5 phases. Within those, you need to spend a total of 12 months at sea, and they alternate between being at sea and being at Warsash as well. So what I loved about that is the fact that you're always applying the new skills that you're learning back ashore, and you're being able to bring things from the sea time that you've experienced back ashore to share that experience with everyone as well, which is great.
Okay, cool. And so in your sea time, what different kind of vessels were you on?
Yeah, so I spent times on a variety, like we said, the large 130 plus metre yacht, as well as cruise ships, research vessels, and also container ships as well.
And how did the time on a yacht compare to, let's say, the time on the research vessel? What did you find that was a surprise?
Very different. I think being the first ship I joined, the yacht, I was maybe expecting it to be less commercial environment, but the professionalism on board was probably what took me by surprise. The level of professional conduct on board was great, and I suppose I wasn't expecting that, thinking it was not that side of things, being maybe not commercial, but yeah, whereas the research vessel was great, but I definitely saw that side of things on the yachting industry.
Okay. What was the most challenging part of the cadetship?
Maybe the exposure to the new environment. 18-year-old Max maybe thinking, being in an airport somewhere in the middle of the world, thinking, oh, I'm joining a ship where I don't know anyone, was definitely a challenge, but I feel like I learned a lot of lessons from that and really matures you being a younger person in the industry.
And what was the most enjoyable part of it?
Definitely the places and the people. You really grow some great friendships. I've known people for 3 years that I've spent time on board with, and also the places that I've been very fortunate to go to have been amazing and got some great stories from it.
Cool. In your time at Warsash, I know that Dula Yachts put on a seminar basically where we try and bring in the flag state and the class societies and some people from the industry. Did that help you in your insight into the industry?
Definitely, 100%. The networking opportunities that kind of thing provides us is amazing. Meeting existing, current captains, different sides of the industry was great and really helped me with getting advice in the industry moving forward, as well as future aspects as well.
And I suppose, again, the key question probably for people looking is, now that you've finished your cadetship, what do you actually leave with? What tickets are you proud to be a holder of?
So I've been, throughout the years, I've managed to qualify as an Officer of the Watch Unlimited with my certificate of competency. So now moving forwards, I can look at applying that into a professional career, and also working my way up the ranks as hopefully a chief officer and a captain sometime in the future.
So now that you have completed your course, what is the next step? What's your plan now?
So fortunately for myself, with working at the team at Dula, I've managed to get a place on board a 110 plus metre yacht. So really kick-starting my professional career in a great way.
Cool. I suppose, again, for the people watching, what advice would you give someone that is kind of right at the beginning, looking at joining the cadetship, is interested in entering into the super yacht industry, but doesn't know where to start? What advice would you give?
Definitely, it sounds cliche, but jump in the deep end. Be full of questions when you're on board. The knowledge of some of the people is insane, and really try and target that and draw from that as much as you can. Always be prepared to ask the silly question, because you'll learn from it in the future, and you'll definitely never forget it.
Awesome. And then, so where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Hard question to answer, especially starting off in my career now. Hopefully working my way up the ranks well, get my chief officer's ticket and my captain's license, and keep on pressing through the industry.
Fantastic. Well, Max, thank you very much for your time today.
Guys, that brings us to the end of this short coffee break. Hopefully it gives you some insight into the cadetship program that Dula Yachts is very proud to be a partner of, and it gives you an insight of what it is actually like to be a graduate from this program. If any of you have got any questions, there's a couple of links at the end of this presentation which you can follow, and there'll be more information there for you to absorb. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.